All right, so I am here with NJEA President Sean Spiller, my union president. Hello.
How you doing? Great to see you.
Great, good to see you. All right, so we're going to jump right into some questions. Obviously, you are the NJEA president. As governor, would you fully fund our pension?
Ooh, surprise question here. Yeah. Yes, I would. Right, absolutely. And I say, listen to everybody out there too. It's important, right? That failure to meet that obligation is the reason right now we are paying $7.5 billion instead of 600 million. It's irresponsibility.
So sticking with the pensions, another hard one for you. As governor, would you consider eliminating tiers 2 through 5?
Absolutely. And here's why that's important. Certainly every educator knows it, but for everyone else out there as well. Right now, we cannot recruit, we cannot retain folks in the profession. We've got to get back to some stability in the system. And you can't have it where folks doing the same work are getting vastly different pension systems, right? It doesn't work for us.
So sticking with public education, let's talk about school funding. We all know the funding formula is broken. What are your ideas and what's your vision on how we could best, revamp the funding formula?
There's a couple specific changes we need to the formula itself. Number one, it doesn't account for students with special needs. We've got to make those adaptations because we know there's vastly different costs there. There also needs to be some smoothing that has to occur right now, depending on the wealth that exists in a town. And that could be somebody moving in or somebody moving out. It doesn't take that into account very well. The formula was always designed to be reviewed. That was supposed to be there. I'll also say this, as governor, I think it's important to use the formula to also move forward on a couple other really important issues. We talk about how segregated our communities are here in New Jersey, and that means our schools are segregated. But we can use the school funding formula as well to incentivize districts that diversify the student population, giving them more dollars through the formula that says, hey, in ring districts around more diverse communities and so forth, we're going to give extra dollars, open up those seats, make it more diverse, and we also help address that issue as well.
Every time you turn around in communities like Asbury Park and Long Branch, there's more of these luxury high rises going up, and that's impacting the school funding. So how would you look to either address the overdevelopment, use it to address the school funding formula?
Well, there's a lot of pieces in what you just said there, right? Because one is the formula itself and accounting for the wealth in a community, for sure. But you also talked about development, and we need smart development, right? We see that big developers are putting in high-end luxury units, and guess what? None of those are affordable that you and I could ever be in, right? So we've got to change that when we say, as governor, I'll invest dollars in our communities to say, we're not just going to build these high-end luxury units that we're staring at here. We're going to make sure we're building ones that have affordable housing, workforce housing, senior housing, veteran housing. You do that through investment so that in the spaces where we are building, we're not building to the scope that we're seeing, but we're also building things that are much more affordable for folks who need it here in New Jersey.
Asking everyone this, what is your favorite beach? Jersey Shore Beach.
Oh, you know what? I love all of them. I love exploring it, especially with the kids now. But growing up, I'd always go to Manasquan. I surfed, all through high school, and we'd jump in our cars right after school and get down there. So Manasquan's my spot.
Okay, love it. And we are just a couple blocks away from the Stone Pony. Have you been to a concert at the Stone Pony?
I have been over there. I will say this, because it's often the next question or anything else. I will say my favorite band is Dave Matthews, right? That's who I'm a fan of. And